If, in fact, we existed with no purpose, why do we keep looking for one? I mean, you can't be homesick if you never had a home. The fact that we all search for a purpose means that there is a purpose. We're not all crazy.
Welcome back to Inspire Change with Jordan Mulligan. And today I'm joined with one of the most famous rabbis in the world, Rabbi Friedman. Today's video is sponsored by Huel, and they've just sent me the new Black Edition personalized box, which I'm super excited about. And it says to Jordan, ready for the ultimate meal in a bottle. Get excited to try our most anticipated product yet, introducing the new Huel Black Edition ready to drink. I'm going to dive into this later on in the video, but thank you so much to Huel for sending this through. I think another thing is when we have depression, anxiety, like you said, that can come from not feeling of having purpose, not a feeling of having direction, 100%. And again, I think a large portion of our audience feel that at times, or have felt that at a certain moment of not having purpose and feeling like it's all pointless. How do we find purpose?
If we can agree that the need for purpose, the search for purpose, is universal, it's deeply embedded in the human system. It's not a philosophical question, it's an urgent, visceral question. If that's the case, that is the best proof that there is an intentional creator. If, in fact, we existed with no purpose, why do we keep looking for one? I mean, you can't be homesick if you never had a home. You can't be looking for your purpose if there is no purpose. I mean, some people maybe out of desperation, but everybody throughout all of history. So unless this search for purpose is some kind of a mental condition, disorder, the fact that we all search for a purpose means that there is a purpose. We're not all crazy. What does it mean to have a purpose? You know, I'm 30 years old and I wake up and I decide, you know what? I think my purpose is to become a doctor. But that's not your purpose, that's your choice. Purpose has to exist before you do. You don't make a car and then try to figure out what its purpose is. First you have a purpose and then it drives you or guides you in producing that which fulfills the purpose. So when we say, what is my purpose? Doesn't mean I should sit back and make one up. It means, am I here for a purpose or am I not? So whose purpose? The Creator. Either the Creator had a purpose in creating me, or I was created without a purpose, and therefore there will never be a purpose. So it's a little confusing to say, my purpose. It's not my purpose. It's the purpose for which I exist. But whose purpose? The Creator, because I didn't create myself. So I think the two are really inseparable. If you think life is purposeful, you believe in a purposeful creator, not in a subatomic particle.
The idea, we have people come to us all the time of how do I find my purpose? And I think there is that want to wake up tomorrow and have it and to decide, like you said, like I'm going to be this, I'm going to do this. That seems to be like a strong theme that we have.
Sure, but if you make it up, you can also change your mind a year later.
Yeah, exactly.
And there goes your purpose.
How do you find it naturally though? How do you be on the path to being open to going, right, I'm here, I know I've arrived?
Well, first of all, you have to find the Creator who has that purpose. So let's say God created you for a purpose. How do you find the purpose? Well, you're not going to find it. Either he'll tell you or you'll never know. You can't guess. You're talking about God. You're going to figure out God's purpose? So when your grandfather says, you know, 3,000 years ago, God came down to Mount Sinai and spoke to 2 million people to tell them what their purpose is. Say, oh, well, makes sense. If he has a purpose, he's going to communicate it.
As always, today's video is sponsored by Huel, and today they've sent me their brand new Black Edition ready to drinks. Black Edition Huel is a higher protein content version of their drinks, and they're absolutely amazing. I drink the powdered Black Edition all the time, and I also drink their ready to drinks. So the fact they've combined these two into one is absolutely unbelievable. It has 35 grams of protein, 26 vitamins and minerals. And if I know Huel, it's going to taste great. That's delicious. I'm going to do 2. Screw it. Neve's jealous right now behind the camera. Mmm. Whoa. That tastes like a chocolate brownie. That's incredible. 35 grams of protein, all 26 essential vitamins and minerals, 7 grams of dietary fiber, slow release carbs, omega-3 and 6. Honestly, this stuff is incredible, but the reason that Huel Black Edition Ready to Drink is so good, if you're training, if you're busy, if you're on the go, this has everything that the standard Huel has, but more protein. It has a higher protein content. And for me, when I'm trying to build muscle out here, especially as a plant-based athlete, this stuff is my go-to. And I want to say, this is by far the best tasting Huel. I'm not kidding. This is the best one. Thank you to Huel. If you want to find out more, go to the link in the description. Make these a part of your life. Honestly, they're incredible.
Well, where did he come? Oh, at Mount Sinai. Okay, fine. It is not even a leap of faith. It's just like, yeah, of course. That there is a creator is not a leap of faith. It's like saying everything began at the beginning. Is that a faith? No, that's an unavoidable reality. So it all began at the beginning. Something that existed made other things exist. That's the theory of evolution. Something that existed made everything else exist. But we know that it was intentional. So this being that always existed, that created everything else, that has a purpose for our existence, is not going to tell us? That's ridiculous. So somewhere down the line, he told us. Now, some very religious people claim that they had a personal conversation with God, and God told them what their purpose is, which would be very nice. But most of the people who say that don't seem to have much of a purpose. They don't amount to much. They don't accomplish much. They're just overwhelmed by the fact that God gave them a purpose. So the purpose would have to be public. It would have to be universal. It would have to be an undeniable fact in history, an event, not a belief. So there's the Bible. So now we understand the Bible very differently. It's not a set of rules to tell me how to avoid getting damned. It's God revealing his purpose. What's in it for him? It is absolutely amazing. If everyone in the world woke up tomorrow morning and said, what's in it for God? We would have such a nice world. Just asking that question. What's in it for him? Now, we're immediately more noble. We're immediately less selfish. We're not narcissists. What's in it for him? That is 98% of all our problems solved. Because if I'm thinking what's in it for him, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to steal from you. I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I? Only if I think this is my world, my life, my plan, my needs. Well, then I'll do whatever it takes to get my way. So just that little shift in thinking Don't wake up in the morning saying, what do I need now? Wake up in the morning thinking, what does he need? Why did he do this? What's in it for him? That's called serving God, not begging God to serve you. And that's where religion can be a little toxic.